Hello everyone, my name is Miss Barbar and welcome to Plant Coaster 2, where we're gonna have a look at all the new pieces in update 1.8 and also the TOYBOX, one of my new favorite set in game. But before we start, there have been some change to the Sunstone set. First off, it's not wet anymore, it doesn't look wet anymore, and it's recolorable. As you can see, of course I'm doing the workshops possible to change it, but it can now work quite well and make some very nice brick sets, so I'm quite happy. So, there's just this one that is broken, but I'm sure it will fix in... not fix. So, first new set added to the update is the rough concrete wall set. It's pretty complete, have a nice texture. It's rough concrete, I don't know what else to say. Then we have the gingerbread pack. It's one of the most complete set. Sadly, it's not recolorable, but that's okay, it was still pretty niche. And yeah, even if it's not recolorable, I still like what all the elements we have, so it's quite nice. It's quite complete. And then the pieces, we have some ribbons. All are recolorable, of course. We then have some string light. I'm so glad we have 10 back in the game. We have the one that blink and the one that don't. Then we have the decals for the icing for the gingerbread set, and those in Play Coaster 1 were used so much, and now with scaling, those are gonna make such intricate detail. I cannot wait. We then have some olive wreath, some icing that is once again recolorable, so it can even work for other thing. It's quite scalable, so I'm very happy with the variety this will add. We have more icing, this one once again recolorable, scalable. I'm sure people will find some fun uses. Then we have some Christmas trees, and yeah, they blink. We have a smaller one that can become quite big. And if we continue, we then have the artificial snow, and combined with the new weather, it's amazing with the new snow. We can now, yes, make pile of snow. It's pretty nice. And if we add some moss decals in white, let's do that quickly just so I can show you the example. You can see we can make some pretty convincing snow if the in-game snow is not enough. We then have another set of one of the most useful pieces in Blanca 1, and those are the Christmas decoration. And now that they're scalable, oh boy, we're gonna be able to make a lot of things. We're gonna be able to make a lot of things. And then we have the candies. We have the bonbon that is recolorable. We have the candy cane, some candy corn, some lollipops, some biscuit, some jelly bean. We have the unplugged that I pretty like this. We have this candy, the jelly button, and this one with the texture will be very useful to make a lot of things, as you can see. We have so many pieces. The coconut slice was used a lot for planter back in the day. I use a lot those marshmallow twist. And now that they're scalable, yeah, they're gonna be even more useful. Then more candy pieces. We even have the sour strip that can have a pretty nice color. And now that they are scalable, I'm sure people will find some crazy use for that. Then from those ones, this one is supposed to be yellow. The strawberry swirl is also quite nice. And as you can hear in the back, this is the new mascot, so let's stop before we I can show you the rest. We then have some marshmallow ads. Then more, we have some ads for all the gingerbread that are pretty nice. We've got all the pieces from Plant Coaster 1, as you can see. Except the little pipe that they have, but I think it's because of the age restriction of the game. It's like the alcohol that was in the Western bar. Then we have some nutcrackers, some stars, trumpet. We have the benches, bin and table for the candy set. And now let's switch to the very big TOYBOX pack. And let's start with the mascot. We have Max Stormcloud. I love the name of this mascot, it's pretty fun, love the design. The two are pretty fun. We then have, of course, the scenery that I find very funny. We have this one that is a button with some wood blocks. The TOYBOX bench and the toy bin that are some art and craft feature. And then let's have a look at the cardboard set. And the cardboard set might not look like much, but when we change the color it starts to look like a very convincing wallpaper. So it will have a lot of use for that. Could be used also as some sort of corrugated metal if we make it gray. I think it can work even if it has less contrast. Then as you can see, this set is quite big, very big indeed. We then have the windows that are at the same time sometimes pretty generic, and doors that are sometimes pretty generic. And then at the same time, they look quite sci-fi and I love that. This one is straight out of sci-fi. I love the use we're gonna find for those. And same from the doors, some look very sci-fi, some look pretty generic. We can of course kill those. They will work well for a Toon World or something like that. Then the decals, because there is a lot and a lot of them. We first have the pentacles that I will absolutely use everywhere. And I will have a lot of good uses in my kingdom. I'm sure they will be also used for horror and for a lot of stuff like this. Look, I don't know, there's something quite fun about that shape. And yeah, people, we are gonna be using those very funly. We have a very nice auspice sign, a very nice arrow, some hazard strip, and some caution sign that will be very nice. We have all of those letters, and those letters, yeah, they are beveled, and when they look like they are dug out of the thing, so they will be pretty nice and pretty useful. Cannot wait to use them. We then have Max Stormcloud, a figure that can be so small, that's crazy. We then have Adam, the screen. And as you can see, there's a lot of expression. So I'm sure we're gonna make some fun thing with that. And we have all of those stickers and decals. There are so many of them. Some will have some useful use like those one. And those one as well, but yeah, some are very specific, like those barcodes. But they could be used as graffiti. I have some idea with some of them. I think we're gonna have fun. And more decals for some, well, Dark Ride is nice. And then we have quite some amazing thing, and my kitty cat is sleeping from my lap, so let me help her. There we go. We have some pretty amazing pieces over there. First, the skyscraper, Toy City skyscraper, and those, they can be so small or well, so big. But then we have those bits that are very sci-fi, especially when you change the colors, so I'm very happy about that. Some people will be very happy to know that we have some traffic cones. We then have some ball thingy. those pieces. I don't know how to call them. We have an hexagon! I'm happy! Wish it was a nice piece and we have a version without the border, but I'm still happy. We then have some of those pieces. Those will be pretty nice for industrial stuff, since they are in 3D, and once again, once we change the color, they can fit everywhere. Same for those girder. This windows is pretty funky. Then we have the clay. Could be pretty nice to make some organics. Yeah, we'll find some pretty unique use for them, I'm sure. Like this one, yeah, it could work as some chairs, so we look into that. Look like a comfy cushion. And yeah, they are recolorable. They are something, I'm sure we'll have some use in. And then we have at the side that was made for me, the art and craft pack. It will be perfect for my kingdom with the Penterly castle. We have quite some amazing pieces, some crayons, some lolly stick, some felt tip, and we even have the lids. We have some pots, and what I like about those pots, even if they are not recolorable, is that it's a transference thing, so I am very happy. You'll be able to do nice thing. I like that. We have some paint tube. I think I'm gonna have to transform a bit of my Penterly Grove with all of the space. We have the marble that has an amazing texture. Then we have the pencil. We have some brush. We have some scissors. We have a sharpener. It almost looks like a talkie-walkie. We have some yo-yo. We have the string for the yo-yo. Something else, of course. We then have all the paint palette stuff. Very interesting pieces. Once again, some funky pieces that could be used in a lot of ways. I especially love those. They would be quite fun to use. And then we have the figure. Those little figures, I don't know if I will use them. They are pretty niche. But what is interesting is all of those pieces. Even the caps, those pieces. And we also have so many pieces. The toy foam mat. We have the googly eyes. And blah 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 blah. As you can see. And oh yeah, Evangel Snap. It worked with physics. And then we have all of those plastic pieces. Look at them. So many sci-fi gribbles and sci-fi pieces. We have this canopy piece that I absolutely love. It's amazing. A more funky glass piece that, yeah, we will be able to use in quite some interesting way. And once again, the darker will make it more transparent and become. We have some wings, a lot of sci-fi pieces, and just general pieces like this could work to make some fences with a rope in the middle. All of those pieces are pretty fun, I like that one. I also like this one, I'm sure I will find some pretty fun stuff to do. Then we have this little robot and some wing pieces, I love those wing pieces. The toy robot, it looked very fun. We then have the sign. I love that one. Wish we had this piece alone, but it's okay. We have the keyring. We have the keychain, so that's smart chain to use, so that's nice. And this one could be nice in a dungeon for the bigger chains. Then we have some fences, some of the facade, and awning, and all the lamps. Those lamps look fantastic. Those lamps holder as well. Then there's one fence that I will definitely use in the kingdom. It's this crayon fence. It looks fantastic. We then have all of the blocks, the wooden blocks, and I absolutely love those. Look how small they can get. Of course they are recolorable. Oh, I'm sure we'll find some great uses for those. So many intricate pieces. We even have some posts to make some custom fence. We have some of those. Yes, it's a car where we need to use those stickers, the blue one, to make the toy car, but they have pretty interesting shapes, so I'm sure we'll find some use for those. We also have a new wheel, so that's nice. And then the special effect. We first have the fire, and I love this fire first because it's recolorable, but mostly because it looks so false that it could work to make some realistic false fire for theme park where they will use some drape, and then this one, well, it's so cartoony, I love it. We then have a light beam. We have the pen drop that I love. Same for the pen splash. That will be quite useful for my pen splash mountain. We have a rainbow that we cannot change the color. Some star confetti. And the star confetti with random color. So that's all the pieces that we have in the new pack. I absolutely adore all of those, and I'm very happy that we have all of this. I cannot wait to play with the pieces. I have already some idea to transform my Penterly Grove. Of course I have. There's some very interesting stuff in there. I'm sure we'll find some use for the cardboard set. And I couldn't wait to get this pack because I have so many useful pieces. Like the string light, the icing, and some of the candies. So I think that's it's an amazing update for us builder, because well, that's so many new pieces to use, and I cannot wait to use them. So if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel, it would mean a lot to me. And I will meet you guys next time with more Planet Coaster 2 content. Bye!